And good morning, everybody. It's Dr. Kathy, and it is June 15th. And just to put this in context, this is the day after there was a tremendous movement in the United States that spread to some countries that basically was the no king thing in the United States. And Amma's going to address some of that. So we're going to see what happens. First, let us begin. Heart source. Those of you who are new to this, move your attention to the front of your heart chakra. Now, staying in that space, your consciousness there, move around to the back of you and go into the back of your heart chakra. Just feel the energy moving in. And you can ask everybody to help you, your angels, your guides, and the very fact that all of us that have been here for years doing heart source, our energy helps you to move in there. Now move around to the front again and go into the front of your third eye, your brow chakra. Now move into the back. Let's go around to the back and move into the back of your third eye. And if you ever feel you're trying to move in and you feel a resistance, just kind of bring your awareness around a little bit, and then you'll slide right in when you get to that chakra where it's open. There you go. And now draw, see, imagine a beam of energy from your heart chakra going to your third eye. Send that beam of energy straight up to the center of the universe. Now that energy is staying there, your awareness there, and now move it straight down to the center of the earth. And that is your heart source. Let's go ahead and set up the rest of our protective energies today. I want those of you who are familiar with Michael's sword and have received Michael's sword, simply say, I am the sword. Those of you on video or any new people here that are watching these for the first time, it is time to receive Michael's sword. Extend your dominant hand. Ask Archangel Michael to be with you and to please put his sword in your hand. Even now, every time I ask, I feel it. Those of you who are seeing the video, you're seeing how big the hilt of my sword is. I'm kind of small, just a little bit less than 5'2", and so I don't have a real big thing. Some of you, maybe some of you guys that are 6'4" and have a large hand, yours might go out this big, having that hilt of the sword. Then bring the hilt up to your heart chakra, point up, blade up. And then with your intention, place the sword within your heart chakra, and it will expand throughout your energy field. And now, anytime that you want to use the sword, you simply say, I am the sword. And even if you don't know any other ways to use it, know that your energy, your entire self, your entire body becomes the sword. And no matter where you are, whether you're driving, riding, or walking, you will transmute by being the sword any low vibration energy you come into. So if your aura, which makes it, when you're the sword and your aura expands, and let's say the aura is 6 feet across. When you walk into, say, a room that's 100 feet across, there's that swath of energy 6 feet across where you walk that you are transmuting energy. And now, violet flame, activate around each layer of your aura. 7 layers are activated individually around the violet flame, so that what happens as energy comes in toward you, the violet flame actually transmutes that energy. So you have the sword energy, you have the violet flame, and of course you have the heart source. And now, just for a little bit of healing, it's the easiest thing that you can do. Now you simply say, chakra spin as fast as is safe for me. Inhale, bringing in energy from above and below, bringing it to your heart and sending it throughout your body with the intention of releasing congested energy within you. When you do it with that, with simply the intention without a label in regards to what you're releasing, anything that's congested, that's ready to be released, goes through you. It goes through your aura, starting with the first layer, the second layer, the third layer to the seventh, and each time it transmutes more of the energy to where when it leaves your aura, you're not dumping low vibration energy into the planet. You're actually releasing powerful energy that has been transmuted to the highest vibration of love that you can do at this time. There you go. Now we're going into the healing circle now. This is the preparation that you have. We're going to do spiritual love fair today, but first let's go ahead into the healing lecture room. So there is a floor of light below you, a canopy of light above you. There are pillars of light in the four corners. Somebody said, can I have 6 pillars? Sure, you can have 6 pillars and you can arrange them wherever you are. Some people, the room is not a square, it's a circle, and you can do whatever you wish, except if this is your first time, know that the next thing that happens is we invite the angels to form a line around and within the perimeter of the healing lecture room. And you can ask angels from a particular band of angels, like maybe Uriel's angels, if you're going to be working with the planet, Archangel Michael's, or I simply ask for those needed. And they come, and there are angels from every archangel's band, even those that we don't know from a galactic level. They're here. And now there is a central pillar. By the way, this part is from the Melchizedek method, the thing that I'm setting up that I call the healing lecture room. I have adapted it to our purposes, and it's just wonderful. So we're doing the healing room. We'll activate it as that. But now there's a central pillar. And within the central pillar, we invite those masters who surround us, who are within us, who have lived upon this earth to come and to support us. Notice who pops into your mind. So you may have different people that become apparent to you. For me, it's pretty much the same that comes in. You have my Christian heritage, you have the little bit I know about Buddhism and Hinduism and just wonderful things like that. And my group begins with the procession with Yeshua, Jesus. Yeshua and Jesus are the same, and Buddha, who are both Christ energies from where their time, and said, okay, since you're talking about Christ energy, Moses is coming in, Abraham is coming in, and there are others from other traditions which are coming in. Mohammed is coming in. And they all gather in the central pillar. And because they're connected, top and bottom, their energy spreads throughout the healing lecture room. And now the healing part of our ceremony, and I do ask, Amma, if you will arrange the energy of the healing lecture room to be that of the healing room today, please. By the way, the Chohans of the different rays came in, and one of those is Hilarion, who is the Chohan of the 5th ray, the green ray of healing. And he and Archangel Raphael and Jesus, Yeshua, in this ray he is known as Sananda, have stepped forward to guide us through a healing ceremony. And Archangel Michael is there with his sword drawn. And what I am being told by my healing guides What I'm being told by my healing guides is you forgot the prayer. Say the prayer. So, from our heart source and from the heart within our heart source, you may use whatever name for spirit, for God, for whoever you're praying to. And I, Father, Mother, God, Amma, and Abba. First, we offer great thanks and gratitude for what is happening upon our planet. We thank you, those of us in the United States, for what is happening in the United States, which is an awakening. We thank you for the people in all the other nations who have supported us throughout the world. The awakening, which helps in the awakening of what we need to save this planet. We ask you to guide us in what we as individuals are to do in standing firm in our truth. And we ask you now to assist us in our own healing and in using spiritual warfare. And now from your heart, say your own prayer. And Amma and Abba, I ask you to guide me so that I may listen carefully to you, to my healing guides, and that I bring in the energy from you. And I humbly ask you to bring that energy in, to allow it to fill me, so that I may transmit as needed that energy with others, to others, that we may bring healing to ourselves and to this planet. I thank you for all of those who made the decision to incarnate upon this planet as teachers, and for all of us here who are here upon this planet to participate in healing and bringing people to the awareness of who they are as love incarnate and the power and presence of God. And each one of us now are invited to step forward. We're all going to end up in a huge circle. The healing is going to occur in your small circle, you could say, to begin with. Double check to be sure you're in your heart source. In fact, all you have to do is say heart source. Now give your request for healing for you. And so there's many different ways you can do this. So I'm going to give you mine, how I'm going to do it, but you can do it any way you want. And I am simply going to say, Father, Mother, God, Amma, Abba, I ask you to bring forward within to me the wounds of mine which are activated by people who proclaim theories, ideas, whatever that I don't agree with, and to heal those wounds so that I may be a wonderful channel of love and grace. And you can also ask for healing for yourself, like, and I would love to be able to heal here with my left ear, please. Now, I don't know if you can tell this yourself, but I can tell you that each one of us is in an individual bubble of light, like we're in our own healing room, and around us is our healing team. And you may invite anybody else to be with you. And I can tell you that also around us are family members and loved ones who have passed to the other side, who are joining. Whoops, I'm getting tearful here. Who are joining us to participate in our own healing. And again, you are invited to breathe in deeply, but gently. I'm told, but gently. Breathe in deeply, but gently. Energy from above and below, from the heavens, from the fifth dimension, from the third dimension, from the spiritual source that's above, from our incarnation and groundedness in the third dimension. Healing teams, we ask you to bring forward the 5 wounds which are the priority, the top 5 wounds within us which are interfering with our being who we are, of being able to stand in our truth, being able to proclaim or live our truth, and which would interfere with us being able to bring, send, accept love from those in an outward way, those that are around us. And since we're working with spiritual love fair, it could be people that don't agree with you or that you don't agree with them. And Yeshua said to me, ask for a healing of the wounds that prevent you from seeing others as love incarnate, others as the power and presence of God. And Yeshua is also saying, remember, when you are seeing someone who does not agree with you, and you have a response to them energetically, you are being given a choice to love and recognize who they are and to anchor within you what you believe, what your truth is. And that person has just done for you a tremendous service. So we ask now for healing of those 5 wounds. And somebody asked, well, can I do more? Of course you can. Of course you can. What if I don't have 5 wounds? Well, there are 5 wounds there. You may not know what they are. And in fact, you don't need to know what they are. So Hilarion is saying, let's do this one at a time so you can experience what happens. And don't worry if you're one of those who doesn't feel. The first wound, please. I'm being told they're going to use the 4 foundational plugins. First is the plugin, the basic plugin of healing the basic part of the wound. That's encodement work and soul healing. And then the healing team takes that wound, and we now ask that the healing over lifetimes plugin be applied. Now, what that means is that that wound, let's say somebody said something hateful to you, which caused great woundedness within you. And that's the wound that came up for healing. With the healing over lifetimes plugin, we are asking that any similar experience or wound that we experienced in any lifetime in which we lived, past, present, future, parallel lives, be healed. And Hilarion is saying that is not just wounds of words, it is also wounds of physical violence. I just started feeling a lot of stuff from my solar plexus to my second chakra. There's being a lot of healing going on for past lives of the burning times, and that doesn't matter whether you're male or female. In this lifetime, it's whatever has happened when you stood firm in your truth and were tortured, wounded, killed for that, or watched those you loved being tortured, wounded, killed. And now the next is the victim consciousness, the release of victim consciousness. If you ever ask, why me? Why did this happen? That's victim consciousness. And Hilarion's kind of smiling. He says, if you ever go, again? This happened again? It hasn't healed yet? So he's laughing and saying, that's victim consciousness. And then he's saying, I went through that a lot. So know that all of us who have incarnated go through that. And then the fourth plug-in is the plug-in to remove implants. These are energy structures that could have been placed within us in different ways or that we created ourselves. So let's say that we have a really strong anger as a response to what has happened to us in some way, that all the anger that we have within us and that people send towards us collects in a ball of anger, and that it can become, I like to use the example because I used to bake a lot, and you cook something and when the grease gets burned into the metal and you can't get it out, that's like an implant also within you where it becomes so much in you, it becomes part of you. We ask for that to be removed. Now we're using that, what we just did, we're using those 4 foundational plugins, we're using the whole process as a plug-in. I'm just asking the healing teams to do that for the second wound. We now bring forth the second wound, asking for a healing using the 4 foundational plugins of that wound. Keep breathing, bringing energy in from above and below, and you're exhaling any congested energy. And now healing of the third wound. Healing of the fourth wound. And although I'm going rather quickly, your healing team is outside of time. The fifth wound. Now offer thanks to your healing team. And now our individual bubbles of healing rooms is expanding to where we are all in one huge bubble of healing. And the purpose for this particular healing is to ask to bring healing to wherever you want to, or you feel it to, or you can even ask spirit or the healing team that works on an international global level to heal the discord that is within the planet or a particular place. Those of you who participated in some way with the No King movement, you can even ask for healing in that area. You can ask for a revitalization of your own governmental structure. It doesn't matter which. But let's connect our heart to the central pillar. This time you are bringing energy again from above and below. It collects in your heart. And as you exhale, send that transmuted energy. And we do ask Amma and Abba that you increase the love energy, the frequency of that energy as it goes out to wherever we send it in the planet. And some of you, I can see some of you are sending it out and it's like it's surrounding the earth. And just allow that to happen. Remember, you are the sword. You can transmute. Your entire healing team is focused on this other spiritual love fair of healing. And let us ask our healing team, our healing guides, to please keep an aspect of ourself doing healing work as we go about the rest of our day, and especially right now as Amma wants to come in. And so you can relax and listen with your ears and with your heart to Amma's message, and at the same time continue sending that healing love. And the next one that is coming through is Amma, the Divine Mother. Precious beings, precious beings, precious beings. You have been in great preparation for decades, have you not? And if you did not know, for lifetimes, for this time, for this point in time. And what happened yesterday, and when you have no king. In other words, you are having an experience of there will not be an idol that I worship or allow to hold within my energy. And that whole idea of an idol means you are not committed to a earthly way of belief. You are committed to the belief of being in a place of love. And you go, what? We talk about love. What is love? What is love? Did you know that kindness is love? Did you know that standing in truth for the right of anyone to express themselves in a way that is not harmful is love? Looking at someone that you don't know or someone that you do know, and you can feel within them that they are struggling to express who it is they are, and they have a right to be who it is they truly are and express that in any way in the planet. That is also love. Someone can write the most wonderful book in the world that doesn't have the same beliefs that you have. It is not the need to have certain beliefs. It is the need, the desire to be able to act in a way that is loving. Their own beliefs, their own thoughts, that is something that they have to manage, correct? You have to manage your thoughts, your beliefs. You can ask for changes in many different ways. The desire of the Creator is that what you do is allow for the full development of the individual in their creative energy. Our desire is that you can love as we love you. We have no strings to our love. As somebody once said, our love is undiluted. It is undiluted by what you do, what you experience, what you see around you. Our love is undiluted. It does not change. You are called to do the same. Yes, stand for your truth and within your truth. The difficulty, the fine line is, yes, stand for your truth and in your truth so that you can be examples of loving others, of being who it is you are as the power and presence of God. If you can stand in solidarity with others who are harmed because of the misuse of power, then that is being the power and presence of God. If you discover within yourself that you also, in ways you didn't expect, harm others by your misuse of power, and you move within you to change that, that is being the power and presence of God. You came to this planet in this incarnation at this specific time in linear history to be able to exemplify in every way possible your soul's energy of acting, being, speaking, feeling, thinking as the Creator does. And how does the Creator do that? What is the focus? What is your creative focus? And let's do that creative focus just for you right now. What do you wish to present to this planet to make it better? If it is writing, how will you do that? If it is being a transmuter of low vibration energy, how will you do that? Do you stand peacefully with a sign that says that you love and accept all? Do you love and accept even those who in this lifetime cannot do that? They may not have chosen to do that, but they have chosen to be for you an example of who you do not want to be. They have chosen to be for you, not your truth. Can you send them love? And looking at it another way, if you are standing in line at one of your favorite food stores and somebody says something denigrating someone because of their religion, the way they look, their color, their gender, their sexual identity. What will you do in that situation? It is difficult, isn't it? Because of where you are and what you have learned. It is difficult to listen to others who do not understand that every person has a life path and every person chose a particular way of living that life path. And I want you to know that, yes, there are those who chose to live in a path you don't agree with, but who have left open the option as they created this path to see people who are acting as love incarnate, as the power and presence of God, of being able to offer someone else the opportunity to change. Every word, every thought, every action that you have, does it offer someone the opportunity to change, to be love? Or does it confirm to them that they cannot be loved? There are nuances here, are there not? Those of you who are listening to this message now or reading it in another venue, you are doing so because you have been brought here and you are being challenged to be the love you were created to be. You are challenged to have firm boundaries. Firm boundaries, how you are treated, how you treat others. To have firm boundaries of what it means to be the power and presence of God. Those of you who were able to be there, displaying your signs, and to do so peacefully without thoughts or words of negativity to the other, but sending to them the love that you would love for them to experience. What is happening upon your planet will not change with violence. And you see what is happening. One of you spoke before the recording began of the danger of nuclear war from what is happening in the Middle East. You, by sending love, that love energy to overwhelm the hatred energy, is crucial. If you send hatred, if you send rage, it just increases that rage energy, that hatred energy. When you stand in the firmness of who you are, imagine yourself as their mother, their father, who wishes to bring them into the community of love. Can you love as I, Amma, loves? Can you love as Abba loves? You are being challenged to move into the greater frequencies of love. You are being challenged to act in every way as if you were the creator who offered all of the possibilities of someone else to recreate themselves. And that possibility is found in love. Yes, you can say, no, you may not hit me. You may not speak to someone, my brother, my sister, as you are speaking. What you are saying is wrong. It is negative. It does not help the situation. but send them love. Everybody reacts differently to it. Everybody responds differently to it. How they respond is up to them and their choice. How you respond is up to you. It is up to your choice. Even more so than at any other time, you are called to look for that shadow side that wants to scream and yell and holler and throw things, maybe even do violence to someone's person. You are called to find that shadow within yourself so that you may be a leader of love. Someone that you know who may believe in many ways the way you do, but who says, I cannot pray for them. I cannot send that person love. You might feel the call within you to say, but if we cannot send them love, how are they going to experience it? And you may be offering that to someone who proclaims their way of being angry and harmful. Standing in your truth can be very complex because sending love is and does require that you not send hatred with it, that you not send rage with it. There is nothing wrong with your own anger. Use it as a source, as a tool to discover where you need to improve yourself in the area of sending love. What I see happening, what Abba sees happening, is that you have now been forced. Isn't that an interesting word? You have been forced through your life path to make a decision of how you will handle the situation on this planet now. Where is your energy going to go? How are you going to be an instrument of healing? How are you going to be able to interface with others who are filled with anger by not being angry yourself? It is difficult, isn't it, in the human realm to do that? And yet you, every one of you hearing or reading this message, you have been called to be a leader and demonstrating what love is, of how you speak your truth from the place of love. How you stand for the rights of others and proclaim those rights, no matter what those rights are. It is a conundrum sometimes. How can you stand in a place of your truth without rage? Because you are being brought to a higher elevation of creative energy. Rage within you, it is not wrong, but it is a sign for you of what to do within yourself and to look at within yourself. Transmute that rage, which is one of the lower vibrations of anger, and transmute it into one of the higher vibrations of love and acceptance, while you defend yourself and others who also send rage to them. There are many, many places to look for how you do this. Learn how you are. Make a plan for what you say and what you do, even as it is as simple as saying, "We do not speak that way in this house." Sometimes it is hardest there, is it not? Today, what you have done is to send healing love out throughout this planet. What you have done is crucial. Continue doing so. And look within you of what comes up within you and ask that the source of that part you do not want to be healed, so that you can be rooted even more firmly in your love, even more firmly in your truth, and can see each person, know that each person is love incarnate. My blessings to you, my precious ones. I am Amma, the Divine Mother of the Divine Mothers, and oh, I am your mother, and I carry you. And all those you wonder, how could they be who they are? I carry all of you within my womb. Okay, this is Kathy. I think I'm going to have to, well, I'm going to transcribe it, so I'll listen to it again.
Yes.
But that was interesting.
Very interesting.
Interesting is an interesting word, isn't it? Sometimes it doesn't mean a thing. But in this case, it's like, okay, so let me grapple with how to be that love and still stand firm and not do damage.
Right.
I think of lately it's been coming to my mind a lot. And Cleo, I know you are going to have to leave because that's your.
I have 5 minutes.
Okay, so I think of the scripture verse in the Hebrew scriptures. Do not break the bruised reed. Do not extinguish the smoldering flame.
I don't understand that.
Meditate on it. I think it's in Jeremiah, but if not, just Google that and it'll take you there, and go and read the part around it and the context of it. I had to laugh because one of the things that came up as Amma was talking was when Jesus overturned all of the tables in the synagogue, and I was going, well, do we do that? And I was asking that, and Amma she just kind of laughed.
Right.
She just kind of laughed. But let us ask for healing for ourselves, as I did when I was I think it's called Shemaiah, when I was there. And whatever healing comes to us, and I know that if I can't hear, and I have only one ear, but what's interesting, it's the left ear.
Well, the receiving.
That's right. The intuitive, the receiving. Where? That's for me to look at and explore, is where am I not receiving? Where am I not willing to listen?
Something to do with your army self.
My army, ARMY, did you say?
Right. One of you went into the armed forces, and I just got, it's part of that setup or structure or framework.
Well, Margaret, that's interesting because I've talked about it when I've done things with parallel lives, and about how the difference is with it, because my decision was between entering the convent and entering the Air Force.
Right.
And so there's a parallel life. Well, actually, in that lifetime, I know for sure that I had died in the accident that I came out being able to channel. So it's interesting, but I'll look at that.
I'm going now. Thank you.
Bye,
Thank you.
Love you.
Bye, Cleo.
Loved everybody.
Love to you too.
And I will sign off also. And
Thank you, Dr. Kathy.
looking
Thank you,
for
Kathy.
each one of you. Many, many blessings to
Many
you.
blessings to you too.
Love you all.
Thank you.
Bye.
God bless.
Bye. Yay.
Bye.